All right, so you're prepping for a Metal Production Supervisor interview. Smart move, using this deep dive to get ready.
It is a lot to process.
We've got a whole stack of RoleCatcher resources, career guides, sample interview questions.
Even details on how their AI can help tailor your answers.
Exactly. Let's start by understanding the role.
Yeah.
The career guide emphasizes that a Metal Production Supervisor isn't just about overseeing the factory floor.
It's more.
It's about leadership, ensuring quality, and above all, safety.
That's right. You're the linchpin between management and the workforce, responsible for making sure production runs smoothly and everyone goes home safe at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that responsibility is reflected in the interview questions you'll face.
For sure.
Okay, so let's dive into those questions. RoleCatcher has a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And they've even categorized them by how frequently they're asked. We're going to focus on the most common ones, starting with, how did you get interested in metal production?
This one might seem straightforward, but it's more than just reciting your resume. They want to hear about your passion for the industry. What sparked that interest? Was it a school project, a family connection?
Right.
Or maybe a fascination with how things are made?
Sharing that spark is key.
Yeah.
It makes you memorable and shows genuine enthusiasm.
Right.
And you know what? RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you refine your answer here.
Oh, interesting.
It analyzes your response and suggests ways to make it more impactful based on the specific company and role.
It's like having a personal coach helping you fine-tune your pitch.
Exactly.
Now, another common question is, what's your experience in a supervisory role?
Okay.
This is where you need to get specific.
Right.
How many people did you supervise? What types of projects did you manage?
And don't just say you led a team.
Right.
Tell them what that leadership looked like in action.
Exactly.
Did you mentor team members,
Hmm.
resolve conflicts, implement process improvements?
Yeah.
Use concrete examples to illustrate your experience.
The STAR method can be super helpful here.
Okay.
You briefly describe the situation, the task you had, the action you took,
Yeah.
and the result you achieved.
Right.
It's a concise way to showcase your skills and accomplishments.
Love that. Okay, let's tackle another common one. How do you handle conflict within a team?
This is inevitable in any workplace,
Right.
especially in a fast-paced production environment.
Exactly. They want to understand your approach to conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Are you a mediator, a coach? Think of a specific example and walk them through your process.
Right.
Did you identify the root cause of the conflict? Facilitate a conversation. Help team members find common ground. Showcasing your problem-solving skills and ability to maintain a positive work environment is crucial.
Yeah.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your response to this type of question and provide feedback on how to strengthen it,
Interesting.
ensuring you convey the right message.
That's such a valuable tool, especially for behavioral questions where it can be tricky to strike the right tone.
For sure.
Now let's move on to a question that's absolutely critical in metal production.
Okay. How do you ensure safety protocols are followed?
This is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
You need to demonstrate that you're proactive about safety, not reactive.
Right.
Detail your methods for ensuring compliance.
Uh-huh.
Have you implemented training programs, conducted regular safety audits, addressed past issues effectively?
Think about specific initiatives you've led that improved safety records or reduced accidents.
Right.
Those are powerful examples that demonstrate your commitment to creating a safe work environment.
All right, let's shift gears to a question that digs into your leadership style.
Okay.
How do you motivate your team to meet production targets?
This is where you can showcase your understanding of what drives people.
Right.
Do you utilize incentives? Foster a culture of open communication? Encourage teamwork and collaboration?
Remember those core leadership skills highlighted in the RoleCatcher Career Guide? Things like management of personnel resources and social perceptiveness.
Yeah.
Weave those into your answer.
It's about demonstrating that you can not only set targets.
Right. But also inspire your team to achieve them.
Okay.
Now, here's a question that assesses your problem-solving skills.
Right.
Have you ever implemented a process improvement initiative?
Think of a time when you identified a bottleneck, streamlined a process, or introduced a new system that boosted efficiency or quality. Don't be afraid to get into the details.
Yeah.
Explain the problem, your solution, and the positive impact it had on production.
Data is your friend here.
Ready.
Did you reduce production time, increase output? Quantifying your results makes your answer much more impactful.
Yeah.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can help you analyze your response and ensure you're highlighting the most relevant details.
Now, this next question is a bit more technical.
Okay.
What experience do you have with lean manufacturing principles?
This is a big deal in modern manufacturing.
So demonstrating your understanding is key.
Even if you haven't directly implemented lean manufacturing,
Right.
show that you grasp the core principles. Eliminating waste, continuous improvement, focusing on customer value. Maybe you've taken courses, read books, or observed lean practices in action.
And here's a tip. RoleCatcher has a whole library of skill guides,
Oh, wow.
including one specifically on lean manufacturing.
Nice.
It's a great way to brush up on the key concepts before your interview.
Excellent point. Now let's shift gears to a question that's all about staying ahead of the curve.
Okay?
How do you ensure your team is trained on new equipment and technology?
The metal fabrication industry is constantly evolving, so keeping your team's skills sharp is essential.
This is where you can showcase your commitment to continuous learning,
Yeah.
both for yourself and your team.
Have you developed training programs, utilized online resources, brought in outside experts to conduct workshops?
Highlight your own willingness to learn new technologies.
Right.
This demonstrates adaptability, a key quality for any successful supervisor.
Okay.
Now, let's wrap up this question marathon with one that's all about quality.
All right.
How do you ensure your team is meeting quality standards?
This is non-negotiable in metal production. They want to see that you're detail-oriented
Yeah.
and understand that quality impacts everything from customer satisfaction to the company's reputation.
Mm-hmm.
So walk them through your process.
Okay.
Do you have a system for quality checks? Regularly review production data. How do you address quality issues?
Remember that emphasis on safety in the career guide?
Yes.
High-quality work goes hand in hand with a safe work environment.
Yeah.
Both require attention to detail, clear procedures, and a culture of accountability.
Excellent point. Now, before we move on to some final career insights and that all-important outro, I want to reiterate one thing. RoleCatcher's AI tools can be a game changer in your job search.
I couldn't agree more.
Their resume builder, interview practice tool, and personalized feedback can make a real difference in your preparation.
It's incredibly valuable.
Right. It's like having a personal career coach available 24/7.
That's right.
Okay, let's take a moment to catch our breath.
Sounds good.
When we come back, we'll delve into career progression and what the future holds for metal production supervisors.
Looking forward to it. Welcome back. Now that we've tackled some of those crucial interview questions, let's shift gears and talk about the bigger picture.
Okay.
Your potential career path as a metal production supervisor.
Right. It's not just about landing the job. It's about envisioning where this role could take you in the long run.
Exactly.
And the RoleCatcher Career Guide actually paints a pretty promising picture for growth in this field.
Absolutely. You could climb the ladder into management, specialize in a specific area like quality control, or even transition into production planning.
It's exciting to see that there's a clear trajectory for advancement. Remember that section in the guide about career stages?
Yes.
It outlines a path from entry-level metal production worker all the way up to a supervisory role. There's real potential to build a solid long-term career here.
And building a successful career in this industry involves continuous learning. The metal fabrication landscape is constantly evolving, with new technologies like robotics and automation playing an increasingly significant role.
Speaking of technology, the guide specifically mentions how those advancements are transforming the industry.
Yeah.
It's something to keep in mind as you prepare for your interview. You'll want to demonstrate that you're adaptable and open to embracing new technologies.
Exactly. A successful metal production supervisor needs to be tech-savvy and able to learn new systems quickly.
Right?
So how do you showcase that adaptability during the interview? Well, there are a few key questions they might ask to gauge your comfort level with technology.
Okay, so let's dive into those questions.
One that comes to mind is, what experience do you have with specific software or technology used in metal production?
Now, even if you don't have direct experience with that particular software, you can still highlight transferable skills. Have you used similar programs in the past? Are you familiar with the underlying principles? The key is to demonstrate a willingness to learn and adapt quickly.
That's a great point.
And don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions during the interview, something like, could you tell me more about how specific software or technology is utilized in your production process?
Yeah.
This shows that you're engaged and eager to learn more.
Excellent point. Another question they might ask to gauge your technological aptitude is, how do you stay updated on industry trends and advancements?
This is your chance to highlight your commitment to continuous learning.
Right.
Do you subscribe to industry publications, attend conferences or webinars? Maybe you participate in online forums or communities.
It's about showcasing that you're proactive in expanding your knowledge base and staying ahead of the curve. Now let's shift gears back to some of those more traditional interview questions,
Okay.
but with a technology-focused twist.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What do you have in mind?
Well, remember that question about implementing process improvements?
Yeah.
They might ask something like, how have you leveraged technology to improve efficiency or quality in past roles?
Ah, I see where you're going with this. This is where you can talk about specific examples of how you've used technology to streamline processes, reduce waste, or enhance quality control.
Precisely. Maybe you implemented a new software system that automated data collection
Right.
or streamlined communication between teams.
Ah.
Or perhaps you introduced a technology that enhanced precision in the manufacturing process.
And don't forget about those leadership questions.
Yes.
They might ask, how do you ensure your team is comfortable adopting new technologies?
This is all about demonstrating your ability to lead change and manage transitions effectively. Have you implemented training programs to help your team adapt to new systems?
Right.
Have you fostered a culture of open communication and feedback to address concerns?
It's about showing that you can not only embrace new technologies, but also guide your team through the process of adopting them successfully.
Exactly. And remember, when discussing technology during the interview, try to use clear and concise language. Avoid getting bogged down in technical jargon. Focus on the practical applications and the benefits those technologies bring to the production process.
Great advice. Now, before we wrap up this section, I want to touch on one more important aspect of career growth.
Yeah.
Professional development. The RoleCatcher Career Guide mentions several resources that can help you advance in this field.
Absolutely. They highlight the importance of industry certifications, professional organizations, and continuing education courses. These can all play a vital role in enhancing your skills and making you a more competitive candidate for future opportunities.
So as you're preparing for this interview, think about the long game.
Right?
How will you continue to invest in your professional development? What steps can you take to stay ahead of the curve in this rapidly evolving industry?
It's about being proactive and taking ownership of your career trajectory. Now let's take a quick breather, and then we'll come back with some final tips and insights to help you nail that interview.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground, from those tough interview questions to the exciting career paths you can forge as a metal production supervisor.
It's been quite a journey.
But before you head into that interview, let's touch on a few final points that can make all the difference.
Those little details can really tip the scales in your favor.
Like what, spill the tea?
Well, first impressions matter. The RoleCatcher Guide emphasizes the importance of professionalism,
Good.
not just in your attire, but also in your communication style.
So dressing sharp is a given, but what about communication style?
It's about being clear, concise, and respectful. Maintain good eye contact, actively listen to the interviewer's questions, and avoid interrupting.
Right.
And remember, even though it's a formal setting, let your personality shine through. A genuine smile and a bit of enthusiasm go a long way.
That's so true. Nobody wants to hire a robot.
Exactly.
Now, the guide also mentions the importance of asking thoughtful questions at the end of the interview.
Absolutely. It shows you're engaged and genuinely interested in the role. But avoid asking questions that could be easily answered with a quick Google search.
Right.
Instead, use this opportunity to dig deeper into the company culture, the team dynamics, or the specific challenges of the role.
Great advice. You know, it's amazing how RoleCatcher not only helps you prepare for the interview itself, but also provides insights into the company culture and the nuances of different job roles.
It's incredibly valuable. Their platform allows you to research the company, understand their values,
Right.
and even get a glimpse into the day-to-day realities of the job.
So you're not just walking in blind. You're armed with knowledge and a sense of what to expect.
Exactly.
And speaking of expectations, the career guide touches upon salary expectations.
Yes, it's important to research the typical salary range for metal production supervisors in your area. Websites like Glassdoor and Salary.com can be helpful resources.
Right.
Knowing your worth and being prepared to discuss salary expectations confidently is key.
For sure. Now, before we wrap up, let's revisit that thought-provoking question from earlier. How might new technologies like robotics and automation impact a supervisor's role in the future?
It's a crucial question to ponder. While technology can enhance efficiency and productivity, it also raises questions about the evolving skills needed for this role.
Right. Will supervisors need to become more tech-savvy? Will their responsibilities shift towards managing automated systems and analyzing data?
These are important considerations as you embark on your journey as a metal production supervisor. Staying adaptable and continuously learning will be more critical than ever.
Couldn't agree more. So to wrap up, you've got the knowledge you've prepped with RoleCatcher's AI, and you're ready to rock that interview. Remember, confidence and preparation are your allies.
That's right.
Embrace the challenge, stay curious, and never stop learning. You've got this.
Best of luck out there.